Hi, come on in if you'd like to have a seat for some surreal
Worship.
symbolic support. My name is Steph. We're going to be scrying an ink blot digitally, so I'll bring it up on the screen. We'll add on tarot and oracle. And as well, we have the ghost tube here kicking for any audio additions that may inspire or irritate. Please do receive or release freely. And yes, we have Mr. Stretch here. That is notifying this is where the ghost tube is, the ghost box is, courtesy of my mom. We'd like to have fun, so thank you. Love you. It's so great. So great. We also have Casper around here. But you know, gotta live a little. Live a little. All right, so you're welcome to open up with me or fast forward through. It's always up to you. Taking a nice big breath. Closing the eyes. Cleansing the palette of perception. Releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of the Astral Aura, thank you. Thank you for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in this Astral Aura or for this Astral Aura adventure. So thank you for joining me and for coming along with me. I appreciate you. All right, let's get going. So here we have our ink blot, and if you haven't already, I'll link it also below to the community page where you can see this as an online oracle card, so you can, of course, scry in your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. So what I'm immediately getting the feeling of that there's like this astral angel kind of coming through, and I'll try not to move it all around too much.
Stressed.
Right in there. And it actually feels like I'm releasing some sort of stress in my ears. Sinus stress. That's exactly how it's coming through. So being in the astral realm, whether it's in your sleep state or you're consciously astral traveling, you know the drill. There's something also about letting go of some things I love. And I don't mean that in, well, I love it, so I'm going to let it go. It's almost like whether it's a person, a place, or something that you might spiritually be going through or spiritual stress. It's like I'm seeing steam out of my ears. Maybe it's something that, it just kind of, it hurts to let go of. It hurts to let go of because it is something I love. But if I'm being honest, it's not maybe always something we like. And we're just hoping, waiting, this, that, or the other. But I do see it being released because that's the feeling I'm getting is actually like self-love, true self-love, love for myself and love for whoever this person, place, or thing is. And of course, we're in the astral realm, so it could be anything, Aquarius. Right? It could be anything. And definitely going with the flow of sorts, going with the flow. Because I'm getting this vibe here. It's like shoulders and sinuses and out the ear senses. There's a message coming through in the dream state, and I believe you hear it a whole lot. But it's like almost like this, I want to say a slug is exactly how I'm hearing it. But it's like a mucus, a multi-dimensional mucus, if that doesn't sound too gross, but that's how I'm seeing it. And there's like layers of it, and I'm like I'm trying to blow it out, oh, interesting. So way back in the day, as you know that I say that a lot and I apologize, but if you had an ear infection or something was wrong with your ears, I remember like our parents would like blow cigarette smoke in our ears, and it's kind of like the opposite way it's going out, like something is going out of the ear canal, but it's some sort of stress from the shoulders into the sinuses and out. And I feel like this might be coalescent with maybe some symbols that you're sensing in the dream. And again, it's all very gross, but that's okay. Snake. Humans are gross. Yeah, maybe it's a slug or a snake. There's just something plugging a sense. But it's like being sick and you sneeze something or you look at it, you take it, you take a look at it. What color is it? What shading is it? And that tells you something, and that's what it feels like. It feels like I'm being told something through the coloring of this multidimensional mucus. And I don't think it has to be so gross. It's just the way I'm seeing it. Because it's just information. It's information. Because in my arms, and in my legs I am light. There's two angels stepping forward, and I say angels, but they're in the astrals, but they're just coming through really, really bright. So please insert whatever word feels good for you. Yeah, Two of Wands, the Innocent, and the Four of Swords. There's something I am protecting, and it could be this innocence in here, all this light. There are seals here, but these seals have beaver tails. Oh man, I love the dream dimension. It feels quite natural. I'm going to be honest with you in the way I read and the way I scry. Okay, let's keep going here. It's not about me. The seals coming in, and it supports the attraction of things. But with the beaver tail, it's like there's this emotional work that's being worked on. Eight of Swords. And there it is. Okay, I'm going to change the camera. Apologies if this is a little... I'm blind here, so I hope you can see anything. I don't know what you can see. But see how in this card, it's almost like that same seal here. Again, for whatever reason, I haven't quite figured out how to do it this way and see what the heck I'm doing. So we're all blind. Well, I'm blind. The Sorcerer, I'll take one more. Thank you. The Wisdom Teacher with the Spirit of Wands behind it. So this is the story that I feel like I'm seeing on the screen of the ink blot. In the dream state, Two of Wands, there's two angels quite specifically coming through, and it's like snakes and ladders. And this symbol has come up before for me, but it's like playing the game of life, but this is what one's trying to reach for. And it's not even in a trying to reach. It is the reach. It's happening. It's working. But there's an underground emotion, and I think this is where the seals and stuff are coming through, that's being worked through in the sinuses. It's like I'm seeing one of those neti pots or something like that, you know what I mean? Or something along that lines. And there's another being on the bridge, and I want to note, I apologize if I'm all over the place here. On top of this bridge, there is another being. This is the being I feel like it's right in here. So there's a big being, like this is your astral aura. And then there's another being inside, and I feel like that might be the innocence. The innocence. And maybe some feel like the innocence is gone. Or it's coming back to innocence. There's a song about that. I apologize if my nails are rose. So through the Eight of Swords, and it's like working through this, I'm going to say spiritual sorcery. But it could even be of one's own...
Possessed.
One's own... I don't want to say conflicts. Contemplations about what I love and what I like. And I may not like all the things that I love. And I may not love all the things. No, I want to love. That's interesting. This is... Something's asking to be realized. The door of the high heart. The door of the high heart. Going within the dream state. Going within the dream state, because I'm seeing like 11 from Stranger Things. And it's there. Your innocence is with your intelligence, your intuition. There's that door again. Hopefully you can see that. There's that door again. Okay. Back to the ink blot. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Here I am. I'm quite happy. Now my ears are changed up. I'm regrowing arms. I'm regrowing arms in the way I give and receive. In the way I offer an extension of my own energy, and the way I offer an extension of receiving as well. Because I feel like there's a lot of receiving going on in the astral realm and in the dream dimension. Because there's all these nuggets here. And the seals bring them in. If the seal symbology means anything to you. I'm also getting something about a love interest. A love interest. We had airplane come through, spread your wings and fly. And it's just like that feeling here of regrowing my wings. Spread your wings and fly. I'll bring this up for you so you can see it, hopefully. Fly like an eagle. Okay, so I'm growing again here. I'm growing again. This is like right from my trunk.
I remember.
Yeah, this is right from my trunk. My ability to claw myself out of situations that I've been through, because I'm seeing swords here, but I'm also seeing specifically fly fisherman, fisher person, but fly fisherman. These fly fishermen, oh, these are, okay, I'm seeing it like a bulldozer, you know, like one of those, I think, no, it's not a bulldozer. Insert a construction machine word, but it's got the bucket thing. It's got the bucket thing. Oh, I'm brutal. Fencing. When I wander from the fly fisherman, now I'm fencing. And I am fencing.
Maybe.
Quite. I'm learning how to fence. I'm learning how to fence in this frequency. I'm following it. I'm going to bring you back. I'm going to follow this. It's like a teacher.
Are you from here?
I am here. Where I'm from is really indifferent to me, but you know, where are you from? If you'd like to ask a question. Okay, sorry. I feel like I'm seeing a teacher. Chalkboard. Back in the day, they had the pointer sticks. I apologize, back in the day, but it is what it is. And I'm looking at a whole cosmos. Solar system is the word, solar system. There's something being born in the solar system. I'm being taught. What's here? It's a stamp. It's leading me to something. I've also received stitches for something, possibly in the rib cage. Hourglass. Time travel. Oh my, okay. I feel like I have, I'm seeing spider legs. Like just the legs of a spider. Specifically the tarantula. Yes, specifically the tarantula. If tarantula legs mean anything to you. And you know what, guys? I am going to flip it and just keep going here together. So
Francis.
If at any point in time you'd like to like, share, and subscribe, pause. Remember, you always have the power to pause and revisit, or even turn the volume off and not listen to my yammerings, but I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So we have High Priestess. I didn't even read the other one. And Invisible, Denial, and Rigid. So maybe there is something about I might be feeling like I'm rigid in the way I'm receiving messages. Oh no, you're just another brick in the wall. Choices. Not to be rigid here in the astral state. Because to me, this rigidity is reminding me, like on each side of the wall with these, and hopefully you can see this, the angel wings, one's light and one's dark. I lean into life and death, fulfilling my own full circle. That's why time, travel. I want to tell somebody you will be safe. You will be safe. You will be safe. I feel as though I protect myself from invisible forces that I don't see up here. Thank you. Did I come back? That I don't see, but I sense them. There's a castle here. I also feel like I am seeing a cell. There's some sort of rejuvenation happening. There's like this, I'm going to call it yin yang. Okay.
Brother.
It's the moon. It's a crescent moon. You know, it's like seeing the phases of the moon waxing and waning, and seeing the waxing and the waning at the same time. There's a being that is holding on to this.
Open.
It's like they have one hand attached and they're like leaning out to grab it. And they're like, I can reach it. I can reach it. And you have help. You're being given help to extend out to this. Or put something back in. To give it back. Give it back? Yeah, it feels like friends. It feels like a piece of me. It feels like a piece of me. It's like a piece of my subconscious giving something to my unconscious. Oh my goodness, here we go. Okay. It's like my superconscious, and forgive, I'm not going to get into this, follow your own wordage. Let's say my superconscious or my soul, my oversoul, higher self, insert any words, is extending out. I am safe. This is like one of those traps, finger traps, but it's not a trap. I'm actually seeing it like we're so connected, like you can trust it. You can trust it. Even if it's like a finger to finger, you can trust this connection within the self, or trust this connection with your spirit guide that is helping you extend out in your dream state to put something back or to receive a piece of something. But I'm seeing that connection like, again, back in the day, I don't know what they're called. I can't remember, but they're very fuzzy. They're not like mittens, but it's like a roll, and you would put your hands in to keep your hands warm, but you can keep your hands together. And I feel very, very calm in that connection.
Dining.
Okay. And this cell is a city. This one cell is a whole city. Let's flip it. All right, and I'm going to take a moment here. We'll reset as we have flipped it. Thank you so much for being here. We have the flower. Pluck the weeds and plant the seeds of your most magnificent expression. Fantastic. Okay, let's keep going. I'm seeing frogs, maybe salamanders or baby birds. I'm seeing a little kind of alien guy there. He's water. He's made of water. It's like when this energy is amongst air. You know how like humanly we need something like scuba gear to go in water. He requires something to come into air. So it could even be like the threshold.
Hang.
I'm seeing a star here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, something's at my hands, giving and receiving. Something about a platypus as well. Fire's coming in. Fire, I'm seeing embers.
Spirit.
Is that spirit? Dreams of power, digital interface. Do you know what this is like? For some, It's almost in this sensation. I'll bring these up for you. Are some of your dreams like digitizing? Or you're dreaming about digital life also in the dream dimension, as well as, okay, so would that be virtual? Questioning mind, yeah. It's almost like I'm questioning what layer of reality I'm in as I'm transforming and transcending something. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Tell me about it.
I don't know if it does, but that's fine. These embers. These embers. These tadpoles turning into frogs. Something about luck. Luck in the landscapes. I'm seeing turtles. But these turtles are made of golf balls. This is literally like dream languages, and this is fantastic. You know, when you're telling somebody about a dream, and you're like, oh, and there was turtles there, but they're really the shape of golf balls. This all makes it some sort of kickoff to something. Kickball. Oh, they're not turtles, sorry. They are snails, because they're leaving a trail. They're snails.
Please listen.
The slowness of something that might be coming in between landscapes might be slow, but there's a trail. There's a trail. Even if there's other people, places, or things incepting or impeding, or even your own thoughts, intellectually, inspirations, whatever the case may be, they leave a trail. They leave a digital, oh my goodness, my ear. They leave a digital or divine trail for you. There's some sort of, I don't know enough about this landscape in like coding, but they leave a signature. They leave a signature, including you. There's a signature. Okay. Thank you. A lot of snakes coming through. I'm going to show you these cards quite specifically. Okay. 29. Hopefully you can see these. 4 and 53. If you want to take that in, again, hopefully you can see it. Oh, I should probably cover her up in case Tubey tubes. Here you go. A little selenite.
Cancer.
Selenite for your skin. All right, because I'm coming up into this coral. Oh, look at this up here. Okay, I get distracted. I love it. There's a wolf. It's a very short wolf. It's short. If something was eating off your light, your essence, your innocence, interdimensionality, I'm seeing as well a maestro. Da, 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 da. I'm seeing a stocking, but
Again.
it's stiff like a cast. Oh, I'm releasing this. I've healed something already. My reflexes are being tested. My reflexes are being tested. There's that stocking cast. There's the wolves. This is in the emotional space. Or in the... See, this is the interesting part. It's like, is it the earthly emotions, or is it the ethereal emotions? Because I feel when we're here, you can notice the difference. You notice the difference anyway. Or there's a discerning of said differences. Maybe through the game of snakes and ladders. And there's still a particular, like, roll of the dice that may happen.
Why?
And it seems like I'm taking a chance. But really, it's like I'm learning, okay, if it rolls, it's like that signature. If I roll a 3, 1, 2, 3, I go here and I'm going to meet this. But then it reminds me I have options. Which landscape, which aura, if I may, is it the earthly? Is it my earthly self, soul, spirit, mind, body, soul, whatever digital, virtual, density, divine? Which way am I going to respond to whatever when I land on that square? Does that make sense? I feel like it makes sense. There's this massive cloaked being stepping forward to me. And it's transforming. When it's masculine, it's 1. When it's feminine, it's 2. Masculine, it's 1. Feminine, it's 2. And not because 2, not in the space of 2 is more than 1. I don't know. It is 2.
Child.
Oh, is it the inner child? Is that why I'm seeing it? Some might be working on the inner child from a feminine energy space, or applying feminine energy to the inner child. The card here of 29, I'm going to wander over here. If anything in this card stands out, it's like that snakes and ladders again. The destruction, the destroyer of adversity. The giant tidal wave comes crashing into shore, shattering, disintegrating evil. To destroy is to break apart the vital integrity and energy of a being or thing. At the heart of the universe, a great force for destruction resides, which some call evil. To destroy is to tear from life, to make ready for death. What we refuse to let go of will be taken from us. Go with the shattering.
There's 4.
Do not close off. Bring choice to the matter. You still have freedom in how you relate to what is happening. Your task, should you choose to accept, of course, is to sacrifice control and replace it with choice by staying present to what is happening. I'll bring this up for you. So there's the card. I want to note as well, we also had the choices card come up here. I'm going to dig in because I'm where the wolf is. And remember when we were talking about from the beginning, something about the ears and smoke out, it's bringing me into the tidal wave, clearing out the sinuses like the neti pot style. And when I, roll the dice of life, whatever that is, right? And you get to that square, you make choice. And letting go from the beginning, the letting go of something that I may love. Because love is truly free from all the confines of our human concepts and structure. The frequency of said love, we apply it to things, we apply it to structures. But it's like, I love ice cream, but then I love you love your partner. If you compare that, it's like, well, you love ice cream and me. It's like, so what does that mean? Do you know what I mean? But I'm not trying to diminish one or the other. It can apply to so many things. But there's something I'm divinely destructing in this dream dimension. I think it might be, if I may, part of my rigidity in my reflections when I'm in this space. And while I'm here, I am plucking weeds and planting seeds. Fantastic. All right, where was I? I can't remember, but I'll bring you here. Oh, you wanted me to go to 4 next. Okay, 4. There's that snake again, if anything's standing out to you. And this is where there's resolution. There's that hand holding again. A snake, luminous in the fire, swallows its tail, completing, healing, rebalancing. We resolve
Real.
We resolve things when we bring the opposites together in ways which create healing and new balance. What may have been separate will now become together. All has been preparation for leaving the old and going into the new. A place of stability through ending is possible. Look at the present and leave the past behind. You may not get what you long for, but you will receive what is necessary to make the transition. Losing all we gain, all when wholeness is affirmed. Your task, should you choose to accept, is to make choices which resolve the issues of your life so you may create a new place for yourself from which to journey. And for some, there's possibility even this space that we're in, this astral aura of sorts, is also akin to a medicine journey. You know what I mean? Can I go back to the ink blot for a moment? I'm being called. Okay, so this wolf that perhaps was gnawing at my innocence is turning into a loyal dog as I'm lightening up, but still acknowledging my work is in the shadow of my shadow tail.
When?
Oh, and now it's turning into that horse, because it's like almost like in a gallop. I feel like I'm seeing it in a gallop. What is this right here, this orb? I'm also seeing something about a red shirt or a red sweater. It's connected to my reflexes. It's almost like I'll be responding to my unconscious, to superconscious, and everything in between. The reflections will be more efficient once I let go of what I think I should hear, what makes sense. But to go through the verbal je ne sais or verbal diarrheas to talk it out, write it out, whatever you do, or to pick the weeds and plant the seeds. It's like talking about maybe your dreams or what happened in a medicine journey or a multidimensional medicine journey, and picking the symbols that stand out, because there's so much going on. It's like an ink blot, right? There's so much going on. We can only in the time that we have together, but it's timeless. So you can, it's time travel is always timeless. So you can always step in. We don't need to do it all at once. It's timeless, and you can step in and see what you gravitate to. Pick those out. Maybe you wake up and you go, oh,
Who are you?
Dog, turtle, snail, golf ball. And if you look at it over time, or you're somehow keeping note or just talking yourself through it to infuse it, the reflections become quicker. If you want it to become quicker, that doesn't need to be a goal. Maybe Mavis, maybe they become clearer and cleaner. Because I want to come down to our last dream card here. Oh, sorry, there we go. Poison prude. 53.
Love.
Where's that card? Well-being. So we've gone from destroying resolution to well-being. That's fantastic. I'm going to read this to you. Well-being of the ego. She rides naked at one with her great horse. Harmony, effectiveness, pleasure. Well-being is when all of our forces are in tune with each other as we send our energy into the world. We do not perfect ourselves. We complete ourselves in each moment by our choices. We sense we are totally one with the life force, not just in some great ecstasy, but in the daily round, reaching a vital state of conscious harmony. We let go to destiny as it comes. We let go into destiny as it comes. We let go, into destiny as it comes. We practice wholeness, neglecting nothing, neither good nor bad, weak nor strong, ugly nor the ideal. We find center both within and without, and we choose the living source. Your task, should you choose to accept, is to list and work on any inhibitions that you still have to expressing energy with the wholeness process.
Hunger.
And knowing that wholeness is like an onion unraveling. To list and work. So perhaps it's part and parcel of that, what we were talking about. To list in your head, make a list, throw it in your phone, whatever the case may be. Of the symbols. Even in your waking life. If you're out in the world, this happens to me a lot. If you're out in the world, and sometimes I see blue cars. They just stand out. Blue, blue, blue. And I'm like, holy blue cars, Batman. Like, I see you. And while that's great, I've acknowledged it. It's me that has to take a minute to go, okay, what's going on with the color blue? That's just how I tend to communicate with creation and consciousness, is through colors and contrast. So I'm like, okay, or if it's a symbol, right? So it's in a car, or I see it throughout the day going from a car, a blue car, blue, trucks, blue, and they move into trucks. So, and for me, I go through my own mental process, and I don't get constipated about it, to be honest with you. I just notice, and throughout my day, I go with the flow. Interesting, I go with the flow. Over the rainbow, sorry, Miss Maiden. There, can you see this? Is that, let's keep her, that maestro. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, I'm digging it. Okay. Closing out messages in this wonderful ink blot. And like I said, please do like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. You guys warm my haunted heart as I continue to explore and continue to lean in and learn different ways of expressing and sharing what I see, sense, and feel, different landscapes, of course. So I truly appreciate your patience and awareness. Oh, okay. I want to make sure I'm on the right camera. This came in as one big being. Praying mantis. But I'm seeing it like, and forgive me, Shiva or Shakti. And the card that just came out to support that is work is love made visible. This is a very emotional scry session for me. I don't know. Maybe you, hopefully you are too, or at least enjoying the aura adventure. So this mantis, praying mantis, again, the symbol, it may mean anything to you, and that's great. Maybe it's in the mantid world, or for me, praying mantis is always about that stillness, that appears stillness, but there's always this slight hover. When to express the ego healthily, when to decide, am I going to divine landscape, a digital, virtual. And if I recall, and forgive me, again, my logical mind doesn't always work here, the Shiva or Shakti, there's lots of hands, destroyer.
Why?
But that's the space I need to create the letting go, to allow creation, my creation, to come in. And our closing out message through here, because as this mantis, this is in the brain of the meditating mantis. The higher self to the human, the insect interdimensionality, whatever the case may be. It's fluid. It's coalescing. And wherever I'm, wherever I might have been bleeding before or injured, it's like an energy seepage, but it's red like my blood, but it feels like passion or my ability to generate. It's being, I'm going to use the word sutured, but I don't know if that's right. Like medically correct. And I'm not a medical person, so. But the card that has come through is whether or not a black cat means disaster depends on whether you are a person or a mouse. Whew. Last but not least, there's the card. But I want to wander into, there's two faces here, one off to the side, and there's one right here. See this face? It's almost like it's tilting back. And this is that ethereal emotion in the third eye. And there's this horse, kind of like, the way I'm seeing it, this horse eating hay or grazing on the grass, but they're grazing on my third eye. It's actually clearing it out. There's a clearing out in the pineal gland space, in that landscape. Maybe you're decalcifying, doing different things. You also might be heightening your ability to channel your own selves in different landscapes, on different squares.
Can you repeat?
Oh, I don't know if I can even remember. Something about different, I have to go backwards. Something about different squares. Oh, and there's my shadow. And there's my shine. It's just grazing. Grazing to clear it out. Pineal gland, decalcifying, something along that lines. That's all I can remember. The moment's well gone. Channeling different parts of yourselves. Selves. And I'm not going to lie, this feels like a Fat Elvis. It feels like Fat Elvis. I see Fat Elvis.
Show yourself.
Our last message is, it is much easier to be critical than to be correct. And perhaps some of us are being critical. Maybe we are criticizing our dreams or the symbols that don't make sense. I suppose if you're here, there's to some degree or another a surreal sovereignty that is you're stepping into, because when we're here, it's all surreal, but it's so bountiful and it's abundant. And it's here together we share that all the layers that we are living in, and the way we step, the way we honor the star and spark creation, decide what to destruct. It's not in a pain of letting go, of haste or hate. It's in the work that is love made visible. And I can't get over that. House, home, come home to the residence of your soul resonance. Final card. I have no idea how long we've been here for, but I want to thank you so much. You have been an amazing audience, and I truly look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day. Thank you for scrying with me.